Hey guys, hope everybody had a great day. Happy Tuesday night. Getting started a little later on this than I wanted to, so we are going to jump right into it. This will be mostly about NXT TakeOver. I will start by touching a little bit on SummerSlam, but honestly, in my opinion, not too much to report there. Just kind of felt like a very long Raw. So other than Roman coming back, which I'm personally happy about, I wasn't 100% shocked by it, but it's nice to see him back. If, he feels the timing is right, if he feels the conditions are right, then happy to have him back. So that'll be great. I could have used some retribution on this show, though, somewhere. I don't know. They're really exciting to me. I like the possibility of where this could be headed. And also SummerSlam, the biggest party of the summer. If you're Retribution, why would you not crash that? So I think that they could have been needed here. And then new champion with Asuka with the Raw title, which is another short Sasha Banks title reign, which is very, sad and infuriating to me, but I won't go too much on about that. It just, it would be nice if eventually she could finally get the credit, the long title reign is everything that she deserves. I've said before, she's my favorite. And as much as I love this stuff with her and Sasha, as much as I love the stuff with Sasha and Bayley, and I also can't wait till they do at some point combust. I don't think we have to rush that, though. I think we can take our time with that on the slow burn feud with them. But it looks like it might be happening sooner than later, especially with the this coming weekend's pay-per-view Payback. They are going to have a tag title match against Nia and Shayna Baszler, which, as much as I love Shayna Baszler and would be happy for her to have main roster title, this also seems rushed and just really put together just last minute. I don't know. If these are the two that are going to take the title off of Sasha and Bayley, for them to put the play button on that feud, I don't know. Alright, let's focus on TakeOver. I am going to we had, including the pre-show, and even 6 matches, so let's do a top, bottom, and a top 3. I'm going to start with the top, bottom, because I like to try and keep it light on here, and I like to try and end things on a positive note, so we're going to start with the bottom 3, and then we're going to talk about the top 3. So, bottom 3 matches. My least favorite match of the card, Keith Lee versus Cross, Karrion Kross. I don't know. I went into this match with really low expectations because I'm just not a fan of Kross in any sort of way. The entrance, the in-ring work, it just doesn't hit with me. But it even managed to be worse than I thought it was going to be. The match was very slow. It just seemed like they were wrestling in slow motion to me. It just, I don't know. And I do know, I am aware, I just heard in passing that there was, I believe, Karrion Kross suffered a shoulder injury during the match. I don't know at what point of the match he suffered this. This might explain why they were in slow motion the whole match. If that's the case, then, I don't know the extent of this injury. I don't know how long he's going to be out for. If he's going to be off the show for some time, it just kind of wonders why they didn't maybe call an audible and change of plans, because I don't see the point of having a newly crowned champion that, is not going to defend. But I guess we'll see where that goes. I don't know what now for Kross. What now for Lee is he is on Raw, and I mean, if you want to look at the positive, he is in a feud with Randy Orton, and he is having a match at the pay-per-view next week, so that's good. Didn't love the new ring entrance, didn't love the music, didn't love the attire, didn't love the promo. That one is one that I can't necessarily blame on, I guess I could blame it on somebody other than Lee. I don't know. I didn't like it just felt like he was trying to sell me a used car. I didn't get that promo. It just wasn't... pace-wise, tone-wise, everything about it was not working for me. Keith Lee promos work best, in my opinion, when they are emotionally driven. This was his first night on Raw. I think it could have been more fire behind all of that. But I guess that is what it is, and this match in general made me want to fall asleep, fall asleep, fall asleep. Too much? That's my point. Okay, so anyways, enough of that. Pre-show match would be the second match that I would put in that category, and not because this was a bad tag match. I enjoyed the match. I enjoyed the people in it. I thought it was a great match. My problem was more the booking with all of this. I don't understand why we're having on the pre-show a number one contenders match for the tag team titles. This should have been done the week prior or the week prior to that, and then the tag team title match should have been on the takeover. When do we have number one contenders matches on the pay-per-view? That should be, the actual title match. That was my problem with that. Was not the quality of the wrestling, was not the guys involved, anything like that. It's just 6 matches. That's gonna have to take up a spot for me. Alright, and the other one, again, guys, don't freak out on me, internet. I'm gonna say Io Shirai versus Dakota Kai just because, for 2 reasons for me. Number one, I'm a big fan of both of these ladies. And I don't know. Personally, I expected more. I was a little underwhelmed by the match, and another big problem for me was the way that they reintroduced Raquel into this match. I mean, if Raquel was going to come back and join up with Dakota, number one, don't push it so obvious on the show. They kept mentioning every time Dakota was on prior to Raquel's re-arrival, Dakota, she's going it alone. She doesn't need anybody. She doesn't need anybody in her corner. Forget about her past. She's got this solo. And they were just driving home that point so hard that it was like, it was just a little too much and a little too obvious. And if she was going to return, I would have saved it for TakeOver. It didn't mean Raquel was going to interfere and ended up costing Io Shirai the match. It could have been, Raquel tried to interfere and to no avail, or they could have even brought back Raquel and Dakota in the weeks prior to TakeOver and possibly tease some tension with Raquel coming back and being like, wait a minute, you don't need me? Let's see how you do on your own. You don't need me? And then as a surprise, she interferes on Dakota's behalf at TakeOver. I would have done literally anything other than what they actually did, which was let the cat out of the bag too early, few days before TakeOver. We already know Raquel's going to be in Dakota's corner. No surprise. If I was Io Shirai, I would have brought some backup myself. Turns out she didn't need it. Overall, good match. Just, in my opinion, not great match. Okay, so let's get to the good stuff. The top 3. We have a match that I think was in everybody's top 3, and that was that extremely impressive ladder match for the North American title. Damian Priest came out on top of that. I kind of felt like, not that I would ever condone destroying a title belt, but can we just chop this title belt up in parts and just give a little piece to everybody? Because honestly, everybody deserved it in that match. There was no lame duck in that match. All the spots were solid. All the spots were crazy. It was an insane match. It was a great match. It was a well put together match. Congratulations to Damian Priest who won, on being the winner of that match. Anybody who won that match, I would have, said that they deserved it because they all went through hell in that match, and they did a really great job. I wanted Cameron Grimes or Bronson Reed. My preference between the two of those as a wrestler is Cameron Grimes, but Reed had such a Cinderella story going into it that I could definitely see a case being made for him to have won. But congratulations, Damian Priest, your new North American champion. Alright, so then we had Pat McAfee versus Adam Cole. I am a huge advocate of Pat McAfee just existing in WWE, honestly. Everything about this guy, the presence, the charisma, just his aura, he's a star. He's just, he just has that it that we always talk about. Pat McAfee has it. So he's always been interesting. He's always been intriguing. And then you give the guy a mic? You let that guy talk? Oh my gosh. look at the non-wrestler taking everyone to promo school. Because that promo he had on NXT was textbook. It was perfect. And then, you know, I was already hoping that he was going to shine in the ring. I had a feeling we were going to see good stuff from him, and we did. That match was amazing. It was great. If I had to be a little bit nitpicky, I'd say the finish. I didn't love the finish. Just the way it was executed. But other than that, I mean, especially for the guys' first match, fantastic. Oh my God. Poor Dominic Mysterio has the misfortune of debuting in the same weekend as Pat McAfee, because nobody's talking about Dominic Mysterio. Dominic Mysterio, I shouldn't sidetrack here, but he was in a hardcore match for a reason. And then on Raw yesterday, he was in a tag team match that got broken up for a reason. Pat McAfee had a full-blown match against Adam Cole for a reason. Pat McAfee is that good. He is that ready. Pat McAfee impresses. Adam Cole wins, but the star of the show, Pat McAfee. Alright, so then my third match of my top three is Timothy Thatcher versus Finn Balor, because Timothy Thatcher. Alright, and we're going a little long here. I don't really think I need to explain this one too much. I mean, Timmy is just, that's my wrestling style. That's what I love to see, and he was doing it well like he always does. The only thing that would have made this match any better for me, obviously, would be Imperium. Somebody, anybody. Marcel, Fabian, Wolf, wherever you are. Walter, if you're ready to, if travel restrictions could allow you. To come back and interfere on Tim's behalf and get Tim that victory, because they already have history with Balor anyway, so that would have segued really well. But I know, due to everything going on in the state of the world, we weren't quite ready to get there, but eventually, let's hope we get there. And that actually segues into quite nicely the last thing I'm just going to touch on, because we are going a little long here, is NXT UK is going to be coming back live. They announced their return date to actually go back to doing normal shows again, so that's going to be really exciting. Welcome back, NXT UK. Can't wait to see you again. I miss a lot of those guys. They got some amazing talent on that show, and if you haven't been watching NXT UK in the past, when they come back, check them out. I mean, it's more than worth watching, honestly. There's so much talent there. You're going to be blown away. It's amazing. All the divisions are great. Their singles, their women's, everything. So give them a view, and thanks for giving me a view. And I hope that you would drop your comments and tell me what you thought of TakeOver, what you thought of SummerSlam, and all of that. I appreciate you guys checking out the video, and I hope you have a good night. Hope you have a good week. I love you, and don't forget to subscribe. Have a good night. Mwah.